Maybe I can start now.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Hello everyone, Namo Buddhaya. Welcome and greetings to all Dharma friends who are joining today from Indonesia and overseas. Very happy meeting you all in this Dakini day. We are very fortunate to have Tulku Migmar here with us again to continue the Dharma teaching about how to meditate properly. Please introduce me. Nikki will be your host today, and Sister Siska will host the question and answer session. This event is organized by Rangjung Yeshe Indonesia and Samye Institute. The translation will be available in Chinese, Thai, Portuguese, Ukrainian, Spanish, and of course, Indonesian. In order to enable the translation audio feature, please click the interpretation channel button located on the bottom of the right side of the page. It will allow you to select the language. For those who have questions, please write your question in the chat box. The organizer will choose the question to be answered by Tulkula. Now, without further ado, let us invite Tulkula to please start the teaching. Tulkula, we are ready now.
Good evening from Nepal and Tashidale, everyone. Today, I try to speak in English. I think we don't have a translator, and I try my best to lead you for maybe 30 to 40 minutes for how to meditate properly. First of all, I would like to request everyone, same as yesterday, whatever we do, any activities of the Dharma, like study or contemplating or meditation, always as a Mahayana practitioner, should be our motivation, correct our motivation. If our motivation is first, we have to settle our mind, and then we check carefully which category you are in your motivation. They may have like 3 or 4, 5, maybe 3. First is motivation to practice for this life. Second, of listening or practicing or contemplating for free from the suffering, and you want to achieve or achieve freedom or liberation, only yourself. And this is the second way of motivation to listen or contemplate or practice. And the best as a Mahayana, the vast motivation or great motivation, which is not only yourself and all sentient beings. You want to listen or contemplate or practice because of all the sentient beings that they are suffering and cause of suffering, free from their sufferings and cause of suffering, and for a liberation or their happiness. That is the should be your motivation as a Mahayana practitioner, and that has a meaningful, and that has a lot of qualities, and that has a how to say your destination or your goal to achieve enlightenment also because of art. And whatever you want to do is study or contemplate or practice, whatever practice you do, also the result will be very fast because your motivation is always about great. And this is the I would like to request everyone to generate your motivation, maybe not generate, and maybe 1 minute, please, from bottom of your heart, and try to how to say meditate on that motivation or meditate on that great how do we call the mind or motivation. I would like to request everyone. Mhm. Now, mm, how to do meditation properly? Mm, First of all, why meditation is important and why we are doing meditation, I think is very important. Uh, Many people, there is the meditation. I think usually they have, of course, a lot of methods and the meditation has shamatha. Shamatha also has a lot of how to say levels of shamatas and outer shamatha, inner shamatha, shamatha with a form, shamatha with a not form, and then of course vipassana, then mahamudras, dzogchens, also Mahayoga way of meditation, maybe deities or mantras, or syllables, like how you pay attention. There's a lot of methods, and those are the like methods. But why we meditation is so important, and how to do properly. Of course, those are the methods. But for me, right now, many people in the world, why we doing meditation? One is definitely in this life, many of people, because in the past, the physically we are difficult, has been very difficult, like a hospital is not there, not developed, and maybe people has to work hard, and education level is not so developed, and people has to do more physical works and struggle a lot physically sufferings in the past. But in the now 21st century, I think uh, that materially or physically we have not much difficult. Uh, we focus on the external things and we gain a lot and we achieve a lot. Food, education level, medical systems, medical levels, scientists. Actually, externally, we have a lot of advance and advantage right now. But in terms of the mentally right now in 21st century, uh, I think people seems lost or seems we too much focus on the externally gain, externally based on the happiness, based on the external things. Therefore, we much almost 99 percentage of our mind focus on external things. And therefore, I think our mind is not being present and not awake, not mindful. We call us not awake. We drawn to the external things like five aggregates control our mind. Therefore, we have no freedoms, we have no peace, we have no peace, and definitely no happiness. Therefore, and now if we say why we are not happy, why we are not satisfied, not content, and why no we don't have a peace. But still, many people in right now, because of that, we too much focus on the external things, physically, wealthy, or whatever we not achieve, we want to achieve, and therefore we try to meditate. Wealth, we not achieve it from externally. That's why mind is not occupied by all these things, external things to control our internal, our mind. Therefore, we try to how does it recharge, because cannot chase because mind not enough capacity and the ability to chase those external things. Therefore, you want to achieve how the running so fast in external things, and you want to run same as the external things, and your mind has no capacity and ability. Therefore, you want to chase like a together, but you can't, because our minds are controlled by the external things. You already 199 is controlled, almost 100, almost. And you want to meditate to not because of you want happiness, but you not enough to chase. Therefore, you have tired and you want to meditate and recharge, and you want to chase tomorrow, or maybe in the office, or somewhere in the family, or maybe the relationship, or somewhere. But today is not so going well, and tomorrow you want to do well. Therefore, you want to meditate today. Maybe try to relax, or you are too much work hard, and maybe physically not much work, but in the office, uh, mentally you work extra, like overflow your brain or your mind. Therefore, you try to reduce or try to refresh, and you want, because we think is I don't know, maybe I can sleep or not, or maybe I can eat or not, and then tomorrow you try to want to have to relax and maybe can focus on the work. But so many things like this work, or maybe some business, or maybe your relationship, or maybe wealth, or maybe happiness. But of course, these all things, do you want to do more like faster, how the external things is running. Therefore, your mind also want to run. Same thing is speed, like speedy. You want a speed together, and therefore we meditate. I think most of people in the right now, why the mindfulness, the meditation is so popular. I think because of that reason, because right now is the world is too advanced, and technology is like becoming developed and becoming so fast. Phones are like so uh, how to say, so many things, and 3G, 4G, 5G is like speeding all these things. Definitely yes, why not? Maybe airplane also maybe faster than before, cars and everything, like we want to have fast. And now all jam in the roads, and in the future I heard that people want to car is like flying, like a helicopter or like plane. People because no time, like everything occupied. That's why you want to reach faster. The external things, and definitely your mind also must be sharp and must be fast and quick, because otherwise you wouldn't be get there. When you wouldn't be get there, then you frustrate, or maybe you will how to say angry or frustrated, or maybe you think is my not I'm not succeed what other people succeeded, and you feel like guilty and so many things there, those negativities, all the things will overflows, and then you have no peace. Definitely, of course, no peace, then there's no happiness. And therefore people meditate. First thing is like many people because of that reason they meditate, the first one. Second, meditation, why the people, some people who understands more deeper than those who just only understand this life. Then who second kind of a person who is meditating is more like who those little bit study their own mind and the next life, or why this life and the next life. Definitely, if you think carefully, think vastly, I think the next life is more longer than this life. This life is actually is very short, very very short. Some people think, yeah, my life is very long. It's like 80, 90, or maybe who want to live 100. Some people. We never know. As, everything is impermanent. Therefore, three Buddha's student. The Buddha was asked to the his three students, and he asked first student, what is the extent of the our life? And one first student says, oh, maybe 90, 100 years old. And Buddha said, wrong. Really? And then the second, Buddha asked the second student, what do you think our human, the life, the extent, how long? And the second one says maybe 60, 70, or 80. And the second also Buddha say, your answer also wrong. And in this third one, he asked again to the Buddha. Buddha asked the third one, and what do you think? He says maybe 40 to 50. Because the other two already say 90, 80, 70, 60, but he says maybe 30, 40. Buddha say you also wrong. And they all ask Buddha to the Buddha, then how is our humans life span? Buddha say until the your breath, breathing is there, breath is out, it cannot come in. That much is our life span. That means our life is not long. Until your breath is there, your life is there. The breath is go out and emerge into the externally air, then cannot come back. And our life is spent that much. That how, when, we never know. Uncertainty. Therefore, the next life, people who understand maybe next life is very long, and this life, wherever you are, even you don't want to, you is scared for maybe this life, whatever you do good, yeah, definitely you are quite okay. If you have, because our life is the beginning less, we never know, and you have kind of fear that when I die or something happen to me, I may go to the three lower realm. You have that kind of a fears, lower realm. Now you think that not only this life, I don't want to go to these three lower realm because more suffering. I don't want to go there. Therefore, I scare or I have fear to go there, three lower realm. Therefore, I don't want to go. I don't want to fall in there. What I have to do is I have to do meditation. Why I'm doing meditation? Because of I don't want to go down 3 lower realm. I want to achieve human or God or demigod, or if not, the best is arahat, the liberation. And therefore, I'm going to meditate. I think this is better than the previous one, the first one. But of course, if you want to start, your mind is not settled, mind is not calm, then definitely we have to do the first one practice. Then you gradually you have to go to the second one, understanding. Then some people does meditation, whatever shamatha or vipassana or mahamudra or dzogchen. Then the third is more like third is I think why people meditate. They know their sufferings, their own self, their experience, and they actually their experiences, but they understand other suffering as well, all the sentient beings. Right now, you don't have the capacity and the ability to bring all the sentient beings who are suffering to liberation or enlightenment. Therefore, you must achieve, yes, you must achieve first to enlightenment, because when you enlighten, then you have capacity and the ability to bring all sentient beings to the liberation or enlightenment. But you must have that kind of a intention first. Then how to achieve yourself first to liberation and enlightenment or enlightenment, Buddhahood. How to achieve? Then only one, you have one thing that can bring you to enlightenment. That is meditation. Either this life you want to be happy, definitely you have to meditate your mind, because external achieve you some happiness or like unconditioned kind of a happiness. The only can bring you through the meditation. And the second I mentioned is to achieve, even not to go to lower RAM, and you want to achieve some 3 good RAMs to rebirth. Also, you must meditate. Without meditation, you won't be achieved. Then now you want to bring all sentient beings to enlightenment, also must practice meditation. And meditation has so many levels. I mentioned shamatha, and vipassana, and mahamudras, dzogchen. Also some practice to the syllable. You focus on the syllable. Today I just want to go, how to say, shamatha. I think that because first our mind is not settled. Our mind is like a kind of a horse, like which is wild horse or wild cow or wild elephant. Our mind right now. Therefore, you have to tame first or relax. You have to bring your mind to become those the wild or those crazy or like roller coaster. Your mind is totally occupied by external things. Therefore, you have no freedom. You have no rest. You have no peace. Therefore, you have to settle first your mind, abide your mind first. Therefore, the method is the settle, or like I give you one metaphor. Let's say the water, the how to say, it's like in the ground, big water. It flows so vastly flows, and this is how our mind is like occupied. Now the shamatha means when you practice the shamatha, you this all the whole water, the flat water, go into like pipe, one pipe. Water is same, the pipe, but not vast. the pipe goes to very small, tiny one only. Therefore, shamatha is like a focus into. You have like mind thought is like 100 or thousands. Now all the thousands or hundreds of your thoughts or your emotions and all these bring into the inside the one small pipe. It means only one thought, but it's still thought, the concept, but one concept, no many concept or many thoughts, because you're bringing inside one pipe. It's one point and one focus and one abide, peace, and then you have more space in your mind. Because right now is occupied, all this space is like a water, big water. And also because in one metaphor is why important shamatha is, in the nomad, in the Tibet, the nomad, so many cows and sheep and yaks, and if you bring in you want to bring them to have grass, and you have to leave them where they are, and don't bring the left side, chase them, and right side chase, and back side like don't chase. Wherever they're eating, just leave it as is. Then they will eat relaxed. Their mind is relaxed, body is relaxed at that. Wherever the present they are eating grass, they will enjoy. And they have a peace with the eating because one only they are being there. Similar that the shamatha, it brings our mind first calm, because right now left, right, everywhere you are running. Therefore, you are not settling, no, you are not resting. Therefore, not enjoying the present moment, because you keep occupied everything, and you fall into the all form, sound, smell, taste, and sensation to your bodies, everything external. Actually, we have, this is the like present where you are, but then other things, your mind actually goes to past and the future. Even you bringing ruling the future, the past also you bringing, and the future also you bringing, and mix up with present, past, future, everything. But the present actually is only 5 aggregates, the senses. If you are whatever seeing, whatever hearing, whatever smelling, if you are those concepts, those thoughts, or those consciousness, if you being in the present, the all everything in one and focusing one, I think you may have 80% or 90% of your mind is become peace, because the 5 senses you are bringing into one point and settling there, resting there. And then that moment, you no need to think about the past or future, because you're already being in the present. Present is this wherever you're hearing, whatever, and you have not thought others, past or future. That means you're being present, but present with not judgment. Actually, the emotion is how the emotion, how to call, manifest our concept or thoughts manifest. There's three reasons to manifest our thoughts, either past or future, or mostly in the present also we manifest. They call emotion. First is actually called emotion. Second is called you'll never, means the object, the form, whatever in the object of outside, like form, sound, whatever in outside is there. The second. The third is called you'll whatever the externally there, we call it dota, means you fabricate it or you judge it. Because if there's a form, sound, and the smell and everything there, if you don't, we call dota, or you don't judge or you don't fabricate, actually not be, you are not manifest your emotion, or you won't be judged like, oh, yeah, form is there. Then what you does, your consciousness or your mind say good or bad or neutral. Then these three judgment, like, dislike, and neutral. And this three is become like attachment, dislike, anger. Then neutral, you don't know good or bad, and it's ignorance. Then three poisons is creates, and three poison you build up, or three poison become react, and then of course you're not happy, and whatever you are good, you attach, then you want more. If not good, dislike, then yes, you anger, then become react. You how to call, it's kind of a, you already kind of a build up, and then you project again and again and again, and then manifest. And therefore shamatha, the right now what I want to say is that shamatha is actually bringing all these the three what fabricating and judging to external things, and bring into the one, the concept, the thought, or focus, and that is a shamatha. Is a we call it shamatha. We means not moving, because right now our mind is moving everywhere. It's like I mentioned just now. It's like all the wild cows. If you wild cow with the tie with the mindfulness, the string, and where you tie the pillar of awareness, you put the string to the pillar of awareness with your wild cow, the mindful focus on the object of that pillar, then the mindfulness is because of string here, there you tie, then the wild cow doesn't move. And that shamatha has actually called mindfulness, has 9 steps of the mindfulness practice. We call it mindfulness, or sometimes shine, or shamatha. But in the not need to do all of them 9. The first 3 is very important, very important. The other 6 are not so important, because already inside in 3 is the most important. And the first one we call jo, means rest, or still, peacefully, and the rest. And second is called yunjo, means like continuously rest. And the third is called, we call as nyerjo, means when you continuously rest, of course you won't be rest, maybe sometime 1 minute or 2 minutes, immediately your mind, how to say, because we are not familiar yet, therefore our familiar with the other things, and the beginning less until now, our habitual tendency is so how to go strong, therefore it won't be rest, maybe more than, I think the beginner is maybe few seconds, immediately you lost the connection. Then we call it repeatedly rest, means you rest back. First one we call rest. I mentioned just now the example, all the nomad people, you wherever the yaks and animals they staying present, wherever they eating grass, let just be there. Don't chase right and left. Just rest. Let them rest. Means our mind, we need have a object first. I think the breathing is important. Or some people put Buddha's. If you are a religious person, you are Buddhist, then you can put Buddha's image. Or if not, then you can object. You can focus on your breathe, because the breathe, everyone breathes, but most of us actually sometimes we forget even our breathing or not. And these days, maybe I think people try to how to call mindful or maybe knows, because the COVID, sometimes breathing is quite, you smell or not. I think people try to remember. Otherwise, most of us focus on everything and external things. Even if you are breathing or not, you don't know. Therefore, you focus. You check breathing or not. If you are breathing, then first I mentioned rest. Rest. How you put your mind into the breath. And some people say, how do I the mind? How do I hold and how do I put? It's like not like cup putting on the plate or on the table, not like that. Therefore, how you just pretend like try to your whatever the. I think first of all you need to where you're sitting, the cushion and your body on the cushion. Then try to your mind, try to stay in the body. Try the body. Then the body slowly you sense. Then you try to think or try to see you're breathing or not. If you know that I'm breathing, that is mindful, that is aware of your breath. And you have to do is 2 times like breathe out, breathe in, you count 1. Not long, maybe 7 times or like 14 times or 21 times like together. Breathe. That means you're resting first your mind, resting on the breathing. Up, in, out, 1, in, out, 2, like that you count like 7 times, not long. Then for a while, actually your mind will totally disconnect like a breath. Totally you will lose. But when you lose, uh, don't worry. Some people worry about the losing. Some people worry about when you meditate, focusing on the breath. Then the thought arises. So many things actually you will see. A lot of things. It's like a movie. It's like past things, future things. You will see clearly, and people give up because when you do that, people give up, and then they try to go read other things like maybe chant mantras or maybe do some other things like visualizations, because you say I do shamatha, but so much thought is coming, but I don't want to do that. I want to chant more mantras. Actually not, you shouldn't give up. It's wrong. The first, whenever you these thoughts are rising, you seeing, actually it's good result. Before also there, before you meditate, there is a thought a lot because you are not seeing, you're not recognizing those thoughts. Because we how to recognize? Because you are totally your mind in external things, to the external occupy or maybe controlling how you will realize or you how you see. Therefore, you don't give up. That's it. It's like there's a past on the long time ago. There's a one meditator, and he was meditating like shamatha, one pointly with the object. Then suddenly he remembered. He remembered that he was borrow. He lent or he borrowed to one of his like Tibetan. We have a horse. There's 2 bags, and that actually he ran to someone, borrow someone. But then he before he forget. But then right now he remembered that when he meditated, and he thinks, oh, I remember actually I borrow this to this guy, this person. Now I remember, oh, this shamatha meditation is so good. I remember now, uh, before I forget, but now because of meditation, I remember. And then he keep telling people that meditation really helps a lot because my memory is coming back clear and so good. And therefore he is like the meditation, like it's like that. It's keep everything coming is actually good, but not bad. And people give up. But and you have to tell yourself, I'm beginner, or this thought is coming right now. I'm just beginning. Slowly, I will gradually practice, and I will slowly by slowly, I will everything. Like actually, it's like I mentioned, it's like wild animal. If you want to tame their wild animal, takes time. First course is like jumping here and there. Slowly you train, then become a calm. You can ride. You won't be jump. It's similar that our mind now is jumping, keep jumping. Slowly takes time, and be patient, and slowly like breathing. One day maybe few minutes. No need to do like a lot. And sit, and then with these three, I say rest with the object, so many objects from breath, or maybe not object, mind object also can, or like there's another so many objects. Breath, then mind keep running here, there, and they try to continually rest. You cannot continue, definitely can't. But you tolerize, you go back to the rest, first one. Again, continue rest. That means go back is repeatedly rest, means you rest on the breathing. If you do these three, how to go alternately, this is like a one session, you have to do this like 21 times. These three things like repeat and again, go back, come back, go back, come back. It will really helps. Don't give up. And this is how you can meditate. The shamatha is important, but now how to do properly. And that actually the first, when you do meditation, before you do meditation, you have to sit properly. Your body is like we call as 7 Beruchana postures. Very important. You have to sit your leg properly, Bajra posture, and your spine that straight, and your hand and like this, and shoulder a little bit is like upward or like eagle, and your this cheek little bit bent is like hook, and your eyes either you look it to the in front of you, whatever the object, or you just look below 4 fingers down. If you're looking at the object, then sometimes you put level of your eyes, and if you too are wandering your mind, then you little bit look down. And this is your preparation of, actually it's called shamatha meditation of your body. This you properly you sit, and that is the physically how to prepare for meditation. And again, this the physical, but other things I would like to share. Let's say you really want to do 5 or 10 minutes meditation. Then what you have to do is preparation. We call mondo, or preparation of the shamatha meditation. Whatever you have activities. If you are boiling on the kitchen, something water, try to stop it. Or your phone, something, mobile phone or something coming or time, just leave it somewhere, don't put together. Or you want to do something, whatever you have, something to do, everything put in the side. And these 5 minutes is just your body is meditation, your breath is meditation, your mind is also meditation. Basically, body, mind, speech, all three. If you want to have something to talk with some people, or everything now, leave it aside. These 5 or 10 minutes is speech, just silent, no speech. And thirdly, your mind, again, same thing. You have something to remember, or something to say, or something to think, or not. Just leave it aside. Your body, wherever in you are here, the question, body and mind inside the body, present, whatever object or breathing, you focus that. And this body, the speech, then meditation preparation is, then we call is exhale and inhale. It's like that is outside, strong, breathe out all the negativities of mind, and you are inside sickness and everything out. Slow in all the goodness and all the blessings and everything go in again. Like this 3 times, left 3 times, both together 3 times, like out in 3 times, like 9 times. And this is a speech kind of preparation of meditation. Then mind meditation, I mentioned this is how the technique you have to apply. But before that, and you have to think, oh, now my mind is so much wandering here and there, and not calm, and no peace, and not relaxing or not resting. Oh, now I want to rest, I want to relax, my mind want to little bit want peace. And you should think that kind of motivation before you're going to start, not like immediately and sitting, it won't be settle or relax your mind. First, you have to think that way. Oh, today I want to do really meditation. I want to really, I don't want to think other things, whatever, and just now plan it or something. Just leave it aside. Then you just come back and just like that, or maybe body, wherever there, sitting in the present, and mind, which is you think that kind of a preparation. You have to apply that kind of preparation mind. Then first thing, the object wherever is some kind of form or breathing, you check I'm breathing or not. Is breathing? Yes, that means you are wearing the breathing. Then you just rest it. Sound comes, see something or smell something, taste inside your mouth of something, everything, but just breathing only here, the present. Don't go to form, don't go to sound, don't go to taste or sensation, just breathing only. You recognizing, or you seeing, or you are aware of that. And then just don't forget that the present you are breathing, and just continue rest. And this is actually the meditation. You, after you breathing, you can do, or there's many choices. This is just in general, whoever can do that way. But if you are Buddhist or you are practitioner, you want to do some this kind of shamatha meditation, then I say first the anapana, we call it the exhale and inhale. Before going to meditation, you can have a supplication and do some supplication to your gurus, your lineage gurus or your own root gurus. You supplicate. And after supplicate, the first anapana, or then you supplicate or take refuge. Same thing, supplication and refuge. And the number third is then the bodhicitta. I mentioned the meditation is not important for me. Your motivation to do meditation is depends actually how much your meditation the meditation can helps you or not. Depends on the motivation. I mentioned if you're doing meditation just for like this life, of course this life will benefit, definitely will help you to healthier and more how to call success in your life, maybe many ways, many things. I mentioned the person who forget to someone he want to he borrow, but he forget when meditate, he remember. I mean, that helps him to get all his thing back and helps you, these kind of things. But long term, this not really helps you. Next life, no. In life, no. Yeah, therefore, you see which one is more you want, or which one is more benefit, which one is more meaningful. Then you check. The motivation is important. Then I mentioned motivation, second or third. yes, I want to do meditation today because I have no capacity and ability to bring all sentient being enlightenment. But I have to meditate to fast as much as quick to enlighten or liberate, then I can able to bring all sentient beings to fast. Therefore, I have to meditate. Without meditation, I won't be enlightened. Therefore, I'm going to do this because of that kind of a reason I want to meditate. And this brings you how meditation is beneficial. Actually, is depends on your motivation. Then your motivation is important. The third one, motivation, or either now I cannot say who you want to do, or depends on an individual. And then the motivation, the number fourth. Then you do number fifth meditation. The shamatha I mentioned, the breathing, rest, present moment, and the continually rest and repeatedly rest. These three you can alternate and rest on base to the breathing or object. After you finish, how long you want to do, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you just pay attention, abide or stillness to that object, meditate. After you finish that, and number six, then do dedication. I think dedication also very important because dedication is the save our merits and our how to call the 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 meditations, whatever you do accumulate is dedication is the one who saves or who keep until enlightenment, until not enlightened. Is your all the whatever you accumulated, the emptiness or meditation or focus or stillness or like peace or happiness, all actually inside the like bank is because of the dedication. I think this is how you then become like proper meditation. If you don't go through this way, then it won't be become like a proper meditation. But for me, is proper means, of course, if you do with the for sake of all sentient being, you're doing meditation, that is the best way. If not, but it's gradually first step, second and third. You want to do that way, and also good. Actually, it's not wrong because our mind is not ready yet. Therefore, we have to first we have to train a little bit. It's not jumping, relax, then slowly, slowly you can train and you can succeed. What how to call for enlightenment for all sentient being. Then you have capacity and understand the ability. Then definitely yes, why not? Therefore, before you have to build up. Therefore, I think meditation. I don't know today we should do meditation or not, but everyone can maybe try. I think 1 or 2 minutes. I would like to request everyone to just experience it. Experience like what I mentioned. You are breathing or not, or your mind is present or not. Try to how to say recognize it yourself, and maybe try to be as it the present, and let me know after that we have a question answer, maybe how you feel, and your mind is not in present, or your mind is wandering, or your mind is really settling and resting. Maybe check 5 minutes, 1 minute. I would like to do everyone together. First of all, everyone, please, I say, put aside all the phones and whatever, you just leave it and don't look here, there. And mind also don't look here, there, and don't talk to next to you. Maybe someone is talking to you, and maybe just stop that and try to be yourself. Nothing else. Like everyone put in the side, work, family, and talking business, everything, and maybe just Be yourself with silence, be yourself with breathing. It's nothing else. Okay, 1 minute. Okay. This is, I think, short, maybe shamatha. I don't know, this is a proper meditation, not, but it's more like how you can do. I definitely, you all knows this is like very basic meditation, but it's very important also. Shamatha it's more like we call chenje. It's more like fabrication. Actually, fabrication, but fabrication with not a lot, not so much thoughts. It's more like a fabricate with a conceptual meditation. I would say conceptual meditation. More like, but concept, we have thousands and hundreds of thousands of thoughts, but it brings to one thought. But it's still concept with object, and but very calm, but relaxedly. You have like, if you have 100 thoughts, you reduce like 99 thoughts, and you have a one thought concept. Conceptual meditation and non-conceptual meditation there's two. This is more like conceptual meditation. Then you can go to the second step, non-conceptual meditation, the emptiness. But this is very important. Shamatha actually, if you want to go shamatha meditation, shamatha it helps to emptiness. Because without the shamatha stabilize the stability of your mind, then the vipassana is very difficult. Because why? The water, it won't be calm, and you won't be see the clear reflection of the moon. The reflection of, to able to see reflection of moon to the pond, the water, first the water should be calm, abide, relax, because otherwise you'll be shaky, you won't see moon clear. The vipassana is to able to see your nature of mind, because shamatha, there's no shamatha based, and you won't see the vipassana of the moon reflection. Therefore, the shamatha is very important. Okay, this is the today's meditations, how to do proper meditations session. Now I would like to open for question and answer a little bit.
Okay, Tulkula, thank you for the teaching. Now
Thank
we in the question and answer session. So there are 3 questions. The first questions will be, how do we practice
Shamatha and vipassana meditation?
Number 2 is, we visualize the mandala before dissolving to emptiness to help rest in the natural stage. Is this a crutch? And then question number 3 is, motivation is important in meditation. How do we introduce motivation for meditation to non-Buddhists? Okay, Tulkula, yeah, please answer.
The first one, how do we practice samatha and vipassana meditation? Actually, I mentioned just now, but more I mentioned the shamatha. Vipassana I not mentioned so much. But shamatha, what I mentioned, the practice is, I say, not moving of your mind, focus one only to object. So many objects like breathing today, what I did, that is actually shamatha meditation. Vipassana not come yet, maybe slowly. And that is the first question answer. Second is visualize the mandala before dissolving to emptiness to help rest in the nature state. Is this a
crutch, maybe just like a help.
Help. Yeah. Yes. We visualize the mandala before dissolving to emptiness. Definitely, yes. First, and in the development stage and accomplishment stage, first comes the development stage, which is clarity. Then dissolve into emptiness is then becoming like a how to say, the like a sutra way is like form is empty, empty is form. Like these two actually is not separate, is a unity. It helps to because these two is mandala is more like a development stage, and the emptiness is the accomplishment stage. These two is definitely unity is not separate. But the mandala dissolve means is you cannot have only mandala and then of course is a appearance. But appearance, there is no substantial appearance or not kind of existing appearance. Appearance itself is actually emptiness. But these two unity, not separately, if you recognize, without how to call nihilism and what called eternalism, not stuck, empty or form. These two is empty. Form is empty. Unitily, you be recognized, and that is actually natural state. Understand? Okay, that's the second question. Third is motivation is important in meditation. How do we introduce motivation for meditation to non-Buddhists? Yeah, I think this is true. But beginning, what I mentioned today is depends on if you have a problem right now. Of course, your motivation should be now to solve problem rather than long term. If you don't solve now, I give you one example. I want to help all sentient beings right now. Actually, good motivation, but good try, but it's not make sense because right now you have two parents. Sometimes we can't help them. How to help all sentient beings? Not possible. Therefore, how do you start? Yes, you should be motivation small. Doesn't matter. You help now current your parents. Example, you help, after you help, then you know that, oh, I have capacity, I have ability to help others as well. Therefore, motivation small, but is how to call the long-term benefits. You can teach it very how to call skillful way to introduce motivation to the non-Buddhists. Okay. And now, how do we meditate when we are tired? That's true. Myself as well. When you're tired, the meditation is a little bit difficult. But I think physically sitting is difficult, but mentally, actually, the meditation meaning is not doing anything in your mind. That is a meditation. That's why we call it gomba. Gomba mizo, gomba zo means meditation is not important. It's the familiarity is important. Familiarization is important. That means you even sleeping or you are in the bed, but your mind familiar with your present moment. That you don't need to put so much effort. Just relax, rest, as ease, wherever you are. Don't fabricate, don't judge, and be as ease. I think that is even you're tired, you can do it anyway. I think the more easy than you are walking. Walking is so difficult. You have to ride car, taxi, bus. You have to go destination. You have to face with so many people, boss, your colleagues, and also family. But meditation, just sit down and just don't think. Because right now we thinking is we have so many existings and so many fabrications. Now you don't think means that antidote is emptiness. Just don't think, that's it. Okay? When we are close to people with a strong negative emotion, they always have their own judgment. How do we deal with this? When we are close to people with a strong negative emotion, they always have their own judgment. I think best is don't deal. Don't take it as a personal. Whatever they strong or not, how you know? If they are doing that, they know. I think it depends on other Panjarumachi as one word, I think last time. If you are judging for other people, judging yourself. Means don't judge. how do we deal with this? I think for me is dealing means you're putting so much effort. Even meditation, I want to do meditate, like put so much effort. I think you made tired. Just as it, just relax, like this. Whatever people say, negativity, emotions, and negative people around you, judgment people around you, you don't judge. You don't. I think the dealing is more like you are really putting more effort than they are. Therefore, just don't bother. For me, I like to say, relax and react. Don't react first, and after you relax, I think too late. Okay. Okay.
Okay, Tukula. I think Tukula, thank you, already answered the questions.
Yes.
I think that's it, the questions, Tukula.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then maybe we can do dedication.
Close.
And then, yeah, we close the teaching today.
Okay. I think more meditate, less judge, less deal, more meditate.
Okay, Tukula, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And I would like to just want to do dedication.
Yes.
Today's our listening and my sharing, we will dedicate to all sentient beings. So nam de tamje zibba ni tamne ni be dana tamje ni ke gana je balap sibbe zolen rowan rowara yushu janju simde rumbo che ma je bana ke je ba ni ba gone gondo belwara yushu tamba che tamje jamba tamba ni wish tenzen belop darjin je ba tamba yurin ne be dashi. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Thank you very
Tukula.
much. Thank you, Tukla. Thank you.
Okay, Tukula.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Translator.
Tukula.
Everyone.
Thank you, Tukula.
Happy Dakini Day.
Thank you,
Happy
Happy
Dakini Day. Yeah.
Dakini
Thank you, Tukula.
Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Tukula.
Thank you, Tulkula. Happy
Thank
Dakini
you.
Day,
Thank
everybody.
you, George.
Thank you, Tukla.
Thank you, everyone. Come on, come on.
Thank you, Tukula.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
You too.
Be safe.
Gracias.